Good, I got a good signal here. Right, as promised, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I'm just right here in the vicinity of a beautiful and very cozy office where I'm in the presence of Dr. Nathaniel Barnes, it's a household name. And I want to say Radio Live. I hope my colleague Tunis, once you kick in, please can you link with me? I'm going to be here for the next 30 minutes or 45 or 3/4 of an hour or so. But for some of you that will be listening, we'll be discussing the issues with respect to what I post on Facebook. And I will be discussing Liberia with Dr. Nathaniel Barnes, son of the soil, and I will be covering a whole range of issues. Whether it has to do with elections, our good governance, etc., etc. So thank you so much for joining in. I'm just going to turn the camera over to my ably, and of course a volunteer who will be controlling the camera for me. In fact, bringing this live coverage to you. So if you're joining in from any part of the world, let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and welcome to this exclusive with Dr. Nathaniel Barnes. So let me just turn the camera over and see. Take the camera off me and see now if I can turn it over to Dr. Barnes. It's good to see you once again.
It's my pleasure. It's good to talk to you.
How are you, first of all? Let me start.
I'm very, very well. I have been very, very fortunate to have good health. And my health has been good. But most importantly, I'm happy. You know,
You're happy?
I'm happy. I'm one of those who believe that, I am responsible for my own happiness. I cannot look to anyone. If somebody, some loved one or family member or friend makes me happy, I consider it icing on the cake. But I generally am responsible for that base cake of my happiness, so to speak. And I'm happy.
I mean, if you talk about happiness, can you be happy as a statesman, as a son of the soil, somebody who has served the government and coming together? Can you be happy in the midst of many people?
Maybe I do need to clarify that. When you asked me, I understood you to be personal. So personally, I'm very happy.
Okay.
My domestic life, my family life, my professional life, even though there are many, many challenges, I'm happy. But in response to your larger question, there isn't a lot to be happy about that Liberians can celebrate and be happy about. Of course, we are happy for the peace, which has been sustained for a period of time. We are happy for the fact that we have life. The one thing I appreciate Liberians for is we have to be one of the most resilient people on this globe. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy that we're here. I'm happy that we have peace. I'm happy that we can look forward to changing things for the better through our electoral process. Now, what I'm unhappy with is our overall progress towards peace, stability, prosperity, and growth. Okay, and I'm not blaming any one particular group, but I'm just saying that we as Liberians, Liberia should be further along the trajectory of growth, prosperity, and happiness than we are.
Let me come by, especially for those Liberians that are right now watching the live across the globe. Perhaps some of them, must have heard the name before, personally interacted with you, but some of them do not. For the benefit of those that actually don't know you, or can you tell give a little background?
Sure. My name
I also understand that you also serve in government. So
my name is Milton Nathaniel Barnes. I was born and raised in Liberia. My father's people are from Maryland County. My mother's people are from Montserrat County. So I sort of grew up, I spent a part of my childhood in Maryland County Harbor, but the majority of my time was spent here in Maryland County. I went to elementary, junior high school here. Graduated from CLEA in 1972. Then I went to the University of Liberia for a very short period of time, for one semester, after which I worked because I couldn't determine whether I wanted to be a farmer or a banker. So my dad, in his wisdom, said, why don't you take some time out and work in both areas? So for 6 months, I worked on a farm, a rubber plantation. And then thereafter, I worked at a bank. And based on my experiences there, I made the determination I wanted to pursue banking and finance. So I went to college in the U.S. About 100 years ago. But I studied and got a bachelor's degree in finance. And then I also got an MBA in banking and finance. Got married in 1979 when I returned to Liberia to live and work. I'm married to Dr. Barnes, a wonderful, best thing that ever happened to me in my life, basically. We have 6 children. Okay, vis-a-vis my service, I have worked in the private sector in Liberia, in the insurance industry, many years ago. After I went to the U.S., I left Liberia in 1981. As a result of the coup d'etat, I went to the U.S. and got involved with a very large telecommunications giant called Northern Telecom. Now they're Nortel. And I worked with them for about 18 years. Returned to Liberia in 1998 when Charles Taylor became president. And I came back at the request of my very good friend, Ili Salibi, who was Minister of Finance. He asked me to come and help him at the ministry. I took up a job as an analyst in the ministry there. From there, I was asked to serve as Director General of the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. And after a short while, I was asked to serve as Minister of Finance, which I did. The hardest thing I've done in my career, but I consider it a successful bit. And then I served as Minister of Finance for nearly 3 years under Charles Taylor. Thereafter, I quit. He said he fired me. I said I resigned, but ends justify the means. I then went into private business. I went into private business, and then I decided to get myself involved in politics. So in 2005, I ran for the presidency out of a field of 22 candidates. Didn't do as well as I hoped, but it was an incredible experience. I think I ended up 11th or 12th of the field of 22, somewhere in the middle. Incredible learning experience for me. I then went back to the private practice. And then after 2005, when Mrs. Shirley was elected, she asked me to serve as ambassador and permanent to the United Nations. Again, an incredible experience for me. So I was honored to serve in that capacity for 2 years, 2006 to 2008, and then thereafter asked me to serve as ambassador to the U.S. in Washington, D.C., which I served from 2008 to 2010. I was recalled in November of 2010 because of some differences between Mrs. Shirley and myself. Thereafter, I went and started a little consultancy, a business consultancy, strategic planning and that sort of thing. And then Mrs. Shirley asked me to serve as chairman of the board of the National Port Authority, which I did for a little over about 2 years. Then I resigned because there were some issues that basically went against my principles. And for personal reasons, I resigned and went back to my private business. And since then, that's what I've been doing, consultancy. I consider getting involved in this particular impending elections, in the 2017 elections. I got quite involved. I joined the National Patriotic Party after my own party that I established in 2005 was decertified. I decided I wasn't going to restart the party. I would start a new party when there were proliferation of parties all over the place. So I just joined the NPP, and the NPP joined the coalition with the CDC. And I was hoping to be on the ticket. That didn't work out. I stayed with the coalition for 5 months. And then got to a point where I just didn't think it was working as I envisioned. So I quit. And at this point in time, I am just sitting aside and watching and observing to see what my next political move will be, so to speak. Now, I understand to remain politically relevant, one has to, of course, pick a side. You cannot walk the fence and remain relevant. So, at some point in time, I'm doing my homework, I'm engaging all the different players and whatnot. It will be to determination as to the direction we'd like to go. But it's going to be driven by my own principle, my vision for what I think is best for Liberia.
Yeah, let me take some key points. I mean, extensively with respect to what you just told us. Some of us perhaps have not known what you have done for your country, Liberia. But you seem to be a principle-minded individual. So does that mean that you always have a clash with those who goes against principles?
Well, yeah, the answer there is yes. You know, at the end of the day, man, all one has is one's name, one's reputation, and one's credibility. I am very rooted to my principles, and they are non-negotiable. And maybe it's been detrimental politically for me, but that's how I am. I was Minister of Finance, very, very difficult job, very, very difficult time in this country. Okay. And when I left the Ministry of Finance, I left with my head up, and I believe in myself. People think sometimes, people say, oh, he's arrogant, but I'm not. I'm confident. Okay, and but I will not do anything that goes against my principle, no matter what.
You know, principles, credibility as far as our own dealing with day-to-day affairs is concerned, is paramount to any society moving forward. Do you think it's a problem like that?
I think so. I think the issue of credibility, the issue of doing what we say we will do, the issue of fairness and justice, it's a huge problem in Liberia. Okay? To me, if you ask me, the biggest problem we have in Liberia, a social perspective, is we live in denial. Since the founding of our country, we have lived in denial. We have all these issues, very delicate, very difficult issues that we have refused to grapple with head on. Okay, and as a result of that, we just continue in this denial and it just build up and build up. There was a catharsis in the Civil War because it just had to explode. Okay, and it did. It erupted quite violently. But then one begins to ask the question, did that catharsis have any kind of positive impact? Okay, because I've seen us doing the same things all over again. Okay, and until we can come to grips with the fact that there are issues that are skeleton in our national closet that we must come face to face and deal with, okay, we will not get anywhere. Because, to me, the biggest problem in our country is the issue of reconciliation. We are not a reconciled people. Because we are not a reconciled people, we do not have a common clarion call, a common goal that we as a nation are all focused on. Okay? Because we are not reconciled. We don't have a common agenda. There are all kinds of other agendas. There's the tribal agenda, the social agenda, the impunity agenda, the corruption agenda. All these things are taking away from that focus we need as a people to move forward. Okay, and until we can address those in an honest, fair way, with justice as the underlying foundation, we will be standing still, as far as I'm concerned.
When we come back to the 2005 elections, you participated, in your participation in terms of you were a presidential candidate, comes and gone. You stay around. But your elections, your country elections is just around the corner. We're talking about endorsement, we're talking about declaration. You've gone silent. Why?
Well, the truth of the matter is this. unfortunately, many people have fallen into the fallacy of believing that to lead, you must be president.
Yeah.
Okay, I will never hide the ambition that I harbor to be president of Liberia. But I can tell you this, as much as I'd love to be president of Liberia because I believe I can turn Liberia around, what is best for Liberia, what benefits Liberia transcends my own ambition for the presidency. In other words, I don't have to be president to lead effectively in Liberia. So, yeah, I didn't get the vehicle that I needed to pursue my presidential ambitions, but that doesn't mean that I cannot continue to make a positive impact on the leadership of Liberia. And that's what I intend to do.
But
I'm quiet because, you see, the problem in Liberia is there's too much talk.
Mm-hmm.
We are people, we have the gift of gab. We love to talk about all the wonderful things we can do and how grateful we are, but we have an issue with implementation and taking the appropriate actions.
So is that why keeping your silence?
All I'm doing is watching, observing, and at the appropriate time I will act. I enjoy the reputation of someone who has
political parties, so still you don't see any?
Too many.
You don't see any you can throw your wit?
No, well, at some point in time, as I mentioned, at some point in time, I will have to endorse one. Okay, there are 22, too many. Okay, and I still have a difficult time. People say to me, Nat, all you need to do is just form a party and you can participate. No. Why participate just to be in the race? No. If I'm going to participate, I'm going to participate to win. You see, so there are of the 20 parties, they can be only one.
Yeah.
Okay. And the funny thing about it is, I know people that are getting involved in these political issues, establishing political institutions, just so they can have an opportunity down the road and they can be sitting at tables to negotiate what's going to happen with the governance of Liberia and all that. That's fine. Okay, but I don't think you need to do that. And one thing I always say to my friends around here is the Liberian parlance or the Liberian colloquia is, who play a don't for Jesse? You see, I know what I can do. I'm confident in my ability. There are things that I'm not able to do that if you ask me, I say, I'm sorry, I can't do that because I don't know how to do it.
Dan, you get a lot of friends who are in the presidential race. Let me deal with the presidency. And a lot of them are very, very good friends to you, close friends to you. But don't you think they are finding it difficult to do the work if somebody like you don't come out to say, I support you?
At some point in time I will, but the truth of the matter is, I'm not going to support someone because I know them or because they're a good friend. This is not a popularity.
But that's the nature in Liberia, isn't it?
No, but therefore, I'm going to go against the grain of the nation, tradition, okay? I am going to put my weight behind or my support behind someone that I believe has the vision, not only the vision, but has the capacity, okay, and the character to do what needs to be done. Look, there are three fundamental things. There are many things, but there are three fundamental things that are required for one to effectively lead Liberia. First and foremost is humility.
Yeah.
You can't say you want to lead our country if you're not prepared to humble yourself first and foremost before God Almighty. Second, you must humble yourself to the very people you want to lead. So humility is one of the fundamental pillars. The second one is integrity. Okay? You must have honesty as embedded in your DNA, being focused and wanting to do the right things. Second, the third thing, and probably most important, is courage. You must be courageous to make some very, very difficult decisions that are needed to turn Liberia around. For example, one must have the courage to say to his brother or his son, listen, you were put in a position of trust by the people. You abused that trust and you stole, and you allegedly did it. If the court of law finds you guilty, I'm sorry, you must pay the consequences of your action. It's a courageous thing to do because no one wants to do that to their son or their brother or their mother. Okay, but what we are looking for this new breed of Liberian leadership is someone that has the courage to do just that. Okay, so when I'm looking at these sort of things, I'm not just going to say, well, this guy is my friend, you know, we've known each other for a long time, he'll give me a job. I don't care about the job. At 63 years old, I've accomplished much of what I've always wanted to. Okay, I'd like to accomplish more, don't get me wrong. Okay, but we have to do it for the principles.
You still want to become president?
Absolutely. I'm afraid that I'm probably getting a little old for it, but you know, why not?
2023.
We will cross that bridge when we get to it. And it really depends on how we feel about it.
Now let me come back to you. Before I'll come to you with respect to the good governance aspect, but let me come to you on this in terms of presidential term, legislative term. Do you have any problem with it? 6 years, 9 years, somebody just sitting somewhere?
I have a problem with it. Okay? But I think we need to sort of find a good compromise. 6 years, maybe a tad too long. 4 years would not be long enough. Maybe 5 years would work for the presidency. And let me tell you why. This thing is politics. Like we're going to have this wonderful saying. They say politics is about interest.
Yeah.
Politics is about interest. They're quick to say that.
Yeah.
So
I know you.
4 years, you have the first year is really getting acclimated to your office, getting your feet wet, selecting your team, implementing your vision and all that. You know, putting in place the mechanism to do that. So that's the first year. You're going to have the second and the third year to really accomplish in a major way anything that you want to do. That fourth year, you begin to look at, well, I want to run again, or going out, you know, transitioning or whatever. So 4 years may not be long enough. 6 years may be too long, but I think 5 years is fine. On the legislative side, I think 9 years is too long. Okay, especially in an environment where one can quickly become complacent.
Yeah.
Okay. I also think a 5-year term there may work. Okay, maximum 6. Okay, that's how I feel about it. You see, because the issue of governance in the Liberian context, to me, has to do with empowering. You see, yeah, governance, the framework of the law and the constitution, all those things are, you know, working within creating institutions and all that. But in order to do that effectively, you must empower people. And you empower people so that they feel that they have skin in the game. They are a part of their decision making for their own destiny. Okay? And you can only do that when you engage with people. You cannot say you want to lead people and you're afraid to go up on the people. And we see that happening a lot here. You see? So it's a matter of empowering people. It's a matter of making people a part of creating the destiny. To me, that is what governance is all about.
Maybe somebody will borrow this from you. This has on the comments recently. If you were contesting today, that is tomorrow to come, and you become the next president of Liberia, I did ask on the comments discussion, I will tell you his answer. But where will you be having your first cabinet meeting? Is it at the previous executive mansion or the annexed executive mansion that your current president is using?
You want to know the honest truth? I probably will take once I've selected a cabinet, I will go somewhere in the interior of Liberia and meet there.
Why is that?
Whether it be the southeast or the west or middle Liberia, Margibi, Nimba, Lofa, Bong, some county. And I probably, knowing the way I think, go to one of the marginalized counties in the southeast. Again, the drive to make people feel a part, empower them to feel a part of the government. You see, unfortunately for us, we've gone through this propensity to create Liberia around Monrovia. Okay, that needs to change. One of the things I'm going to, if I were elected, one of the things I say, okay, what are the requirements of being a member of the cabinet? You must have an agriculture project. You must have a farm. If you want to be a part of this leadership of this government, you must be involved in some agriculture project. What it is, just farming, doing vegetable, or even aquaculture or something. You must be involved, because at the end of the day, agriculture is one of those areas of renewable resources. Okay, let me tell you something. Our natural resources, as well endowed as we may be, or as we claim to be, rubber, the extractive resources, gold, diamond, iron, all these things, those things are finished. They're finished. So we need to begin to focus our priorities on renewable resources, agriculture, human beings. Okay, so my basic approach will be really different. Okay, one of the fundamental problems I have with how we spend money in an issue of governance. Why are government officials driving $80,000 cars?
Incentives. What about the question of if you were to, maybe somebody will borrow this from you, if you were to become the next president of Liberia, and they say, normally we count, we start counting days, and we want to say, okay, 100 days, what are you going to do, 100 days, and say, what will be your first target as a project, as a governmental project for a country, for your people?
My very first target would be an initiative towards reconciliation. Like I said before, unless we become better reconciled, we're not going anywhere. There are other things. You know, the challenges with Liberia, okay, is there are so many priorities. There are priorities among the priorities. Okay? But my first significant effort would be an initiative towards reconciling Liberians as a people. There are other things, the education effort, the roads effort, the healthcare effort, all those things. But my 100-day deliverable, measured in terms of, 30 days or 33 days, okay, would include something on strong reconciliation methodologies. And I got some ideas. on how we can do that.
Very good ideas. Let me turn back to all of you Liberians, especially those of you in the diaspora. I'm in conversation, exclusive interview here with Dr. Nataniel Barnes. For those of you that are just joining in, he's a statesman. He has worked in government and private sector as well. We're discussing Mama Liberia here, just in case for some of you that have a concern there, thanks to Radio Library, I believe Radio Library is already connected. But you can also go on my YouTube channel, Kpakio, and follow me as well, especially on Facebook with me right now. Honorable, let's talk about good governance. If I don't know anything about good governance, although I'm going to catch my vote for the first time or so, what is good governance?
To me, in a nutshell, effective governance, or good governance, is creating a paradigm where all nationals, all citizens of the country feel that they have a say, they participate, and they benefit from this process of what we call governance. We've lost that in Liberia, largely because of several things. Number one, the absence of justice, absence of fairness, and divisions that we've created, unfortunately, created among ourselves over the generations. Okay, it needs to be fixed. Okay, but again, just in a nutshell, participation and benefit from the process of governance. So we must empower people to feel that what is being done, they are responsible for. They have some say. We have to convince people that what is being done will benefit them and their generations to come because of their participation, because they are empowered to participate. Simply speaking, that's what it is. Now we tend to complicate it, okay? But a fundamental part of governance in an environment like this is creating good, solid, effective institutions. Okay, let me tell you something. Politicians come, politicians go.
Yeah.
Politicians have agendas. When you build institutions, they are there for the long haul. Mm-hmm. And they have objectives and goals, but they should be agenda-less. Let me ask you, they have no political agenda, if I'm trying to say. Okay? Countries that have done well, that have been successful economically, politically, are those that have good, solid institutions. Institutions in Liberia are like revolving doors. What I mean by that is this. You get one government that comes into power. Okay. You get now a whole bunch of new ministers and heads of public corporation policies. What they generally try to do, they go in there and they change the entire system for their own. They don't build on something that they met. Okay. So what generally happens is the institution of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, for example. You go in there, there's a new government comes in. The entire, just about the entire ministry, with very few exceptions, is swept clean and a new team is brought in. They come with new ideas, new approaches, new methodologies. As a result of that, there is no substantive means on which to build the institution. Okay? There's a way to fix that. You want to hear how we can fix it? Sure. What I want to propose is we establish in our government, for example, say, okay, from assistant minister down are permanent employees of institutions. Political appointees are only the minister and the deputy ministers. Okay? So when you do that, what happens is you begin to build an institution. You have institutional memory. You have standard operating procedures. You got policies. So technically speaking, for example, theoretically, a janitor could run the State Department of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Okay. The appointment of a Secretary of State is someone who more or less is a mouthpiece for the government's foreign policy. They have a say and leverage in how it's implemented or who it impacts, of course. But that policy is there. And it is developed by technocrats, okay, and bureaucrats that are involved. They don't, who is in the presidency doesn't matter to them. Their focus is on creating a foreign policy that benefits the United States of America. We need to take that particular model and do the same here. You see, because we don't have these institutions, there's no institutional memory, and there's no consistency in our policies, in our fiscal policies, our monetary policies, our foreign policies, our educational policies, our agricultural policies, because of the absence of institutions. So we need to make sure that we create a certain amount of stability in it. And that's why I think that if we say, okay, assistant minister down, we ought to parts. Now, of course, the pushback to that is, when you implement something like that, you restrict the number of favors that the politicians can give us once they have won. Because what they generally do, they create a menu and say, okay, when we win the presidency, okay, this president we will divide the jobs up. We need to create a system where you cannot divide jobs that are filled by technocrats. So who will be in those stocks all the time? People who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's someone who's coming in there going to go up a steep learning curve. Okay? And at the end of the period, I've made no contribution at all.
I'm just wondering, I can be a little bit hypothetical on this. You said the governments passed, of course, even the present governments. If I ask you to see, in comparison and contrasting, which government can you remember to say?
Oh, my goodness.
I give credit to this.
That's a very difficult thing to answer, man. Let me tell you why. Because the environment under which the governments that I've worked with have been quite different. With Taylor, it was post-conflict, the end of Civil War, still some crises going on. So the way one leads or manages will be different. However, I have to give credit to both. Okay? If you have been looking at this recent government, this Israeli government, for anyone to say that this government did not do anything, it will not be fair, it will not be true. Okay? This government has accomplished several significant things. Number one, it's had oversight of peace, it's kept the peace. We haven't had any kind of crises or anything for nearly 12 years now. That's good. That's an incredible achievement. So just, kept the peace. The other thing that's a very important contribution of this government is debt forgiveness. Okay? We had a significant debt burden of $4 billion. And through very hard and diligent efforts, they were able to reduce it significantly. Of course, we see it creeping up again. Okay? But that's another major accomplishment of this government. Another major accomplishment is the hydro, electricity. People tend to take for granted where we have come from in terms of energy. Now, don't get me wrong, we've got a long way to go. Okay? And you probably feel that more could have been done. But the fact that we got the hydroelectric plant up and running is a significant achievement of this government. Freedom of the press. Okay? Well, I think you have to the point where it's being abused. So there have been some amounts of accomplishments. Now, if I look at the Taylor era, which was, as I said, a very, very difficult era, there is a certain amount of awareness of one's the individual citizen's rights, and maybe this isn't right. The rebirth or the birth of all of that happened during that era. It's a very, very important thing that we should not underestimate. Okay, this freedom and the personality that we enjoy now, it didn't just start here. It germinated back there. Okay, so and then when people begin to also realize that I do have some rights. Okay, those things are all very, very important. So, but for me to say this was better or that, I can't. But I guess that they both had some very, very positive things, contributions.
I know you've been following, we're talking about good governance here, more Ibrahim awards. I mean, how do you see? Is this something to be proud of an African, or is it an embarrassment?
Well,
treating our leaders like children.
Yeah, well,
when you do better, I'll pay you, but give some.
Yeah, well, I think that one should enter leadership not looking for those kinds of rewards. Now, I tell you what, hypothetically, if I were to be elected president like we were sometime, and I was effective in what I did, in turning my country around and going on the right trajectory, and somebody like a boy event comes and says, I say, no, thank you. I don't need financial reward. Okay, the best reward I get is to see the future of Liberia's children in a positive way. That's plenty for me. But sometimes I guess people, we on the continent have become so frustrated with ourselves that others try to find all kinds of ways to tantalize us to do the right thing. Okay, when the most important thing is we should know what the right things are, and we should just do it.
Dr. Natts, let's get to the most important what we're here for today, as well as that human. I mean, October is very important to us. We're about to go to make a sound decision. Maybe it will be sound to the decision, because once you catch that ballot, you're making a sound decision as well. The preparation, the ongoing campaign. So far, what's your take on it? Are you?
Interestingly enough, it's a good question. If you look at what is happening, I think there's too much focus on form and not enough focus on substance. You look at social media, and you see some of the things that are going on there, and some of the things that people consider important. It's silly. There was a big hullabaloo the other day about one candidate referring to the other candidate as a footballer, and the other one saying, "Well, you're being racially discriminatory or something like that. You're being a racist." And then people started to go to how you define the word. Come on, those are all form. And the unfortunate thing is, a lot of people do not understand that to make good, solid decisions, people need information. Okay. And they need to be able to sort through the information. You get to be bombarded with information on everybody. Okay, but they need to be sort through the information from a critical perspective and say, these are the things that I want. These are the things that I like to see from my children. These are the things I like to see. This person well, is articulating those things or has a track record of delivering on these kinds of things, therefore. But I think that there's a lot of form and a lot of silly stuff that should not be the focus of the voters' attention at this point in time. Okay, and then again, there's a trick. Politicians get up to talk, and like I said, there's a lot of talk. Liberians have the gift of gab, and hopefully those people that are pushing this rhetoric and this talk, they are operating under a fallacy. And the fallacy is, just because a person is illiterate doesn't mean they're stupid.
Yeah.
Just because a person is illiterate, because they can't read or write, doesn't mean they're stupid. They're some of the wisest people I've met, some of the smartest people I've met, can't read a word of English. Okay? So hopefully those people that are using that particular way, and that is where the value of everybody has come from. Charles Taylor, Ellen Sirleaf, and the others. That people are beginning to realize, I realize something. Now I have power. I have power. And I can exercise my power. I will not allow my power to be abused anymore. So hopefully the voter is a lot more astute today than the word will see it back. And they can be able to sit all of the noise that is going on and begin to focus on the substance.
Elections in Africa, especially, that may be particular, always comes with backlash. Sometimes end up with violence, sometimes end up with dispute, challenging each other's decision, even that challenging the court decision. How prepared are we? Are we, as Nigerians, prepared to accept?
Well, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so, because the last thing we need right now is to slip back into that very, very dangerous and slippery slope of violence. Hopefully we have learned that violence doesn't do anybody. And a lot of it has to do with those people that are pursuing the presidency, that they need to understand that there can be only one. But more importantly, they need to understand that even if I don't win the presidency, I can bring value to Liberia. Okay? And hopefully that will be the clarion call or the clarion theme among these people. And, I'm praying, I really am praying that all these young people will begin to understand that whatever we do, we must keep Liberia, the interest of Liberia, the peace of Liberia in the forefront of all of our lives. Because at the end of the day, it's all that we have. People say to me, why didn't you stay in the U.S.? Why not? No, I don't want to. Americans live in America because it belongs to them. They go to America because they're American. Swedish people stay in Sweden because they're Swedish. I'm Liberian, why should I go somewhere else? But that is based on the principle that if I am to live here, we all are to live here, we all must work towards making it livable. Okay? And making it livable means that we cannot be selfish about our desires. We must be sensitive enough to embrace everyone and make sure that it's comfortable for all of us. And that means there can be only one. There can be only one president. You didn't win, you can still contribute.
That my concern, as far as those ingredients that constitute voting, maybe after election, is quite paramount. And what I want to know here, who is responsible to conscientize the general public in terms of, and when should that be done, especially so when we're going through this?
I think it's an ongoing process. There should be a lot of awareness and creating consciousness now. Okay, the government has some responsibilities. The political institutions certainly have a huge responsibility. Okay, you should begin to articulate and get across to your people that, okay, this is a democratic process. Okay, that means that only one person can end up on top. Follow whatever rules we have. Okay, So we need to understand that we are still a part of the process of Liberia, even if we are not at the head. Okay, we can still influence how things go. You see, that goes back to the issue of institutions. Even political institutions in Liberia are falling apart. You know, but after the whole electoral process, they all go back to sleep, so to speak. And that should not be the case. It should be a continuous part of the public discussion and public debate, okay, as to what our destiny should be. So I think it's a major, major responsibility of the leadership of those institutions to begin to articulate and relay that to the people. We want to win, okay, but we must respect the outcome. We must respect the law. We must respect our own rules. So it's important that they exercise that responsibility.
No, definitely. Just before I leave you, the last time I attended Fed debate, the question of nepotism came to light, and some aspirants after this, came up with iron fist that they would deal with nepotism in a way that they have never been dealt with. Some of them say that they will never, if it comes to giving the position, appointed position, they will not give appointed position to a close relative. And some of them say, well, if they are qualified, why not? Let give them the position if they're qualified. Let me tie that with tribalism in our country. And this, you think we will ever be able to keep these two things out of our country?
It's a good question. It's a tough question. Because you want to select servants, public servants, based on one thing and one thing alone. Can this person deliver? Do they have what it takes to deliver and meet the requirements of whatever that job may be? Okay. If we use that as the only measure, then yeah. But being human beings, many times it's not. Okay? And that is a difference also between countries that are successful and countries that are not. Countries that are successful are able to use that as just about the exclusive parameter by which someone is hired. Okay? People that you're interviewing, you don't look at the background, you don't look at ethnicity, you don't look at, you just look at can they deliver. Okay. Now, if my daughter or my son or my brother has certain skills, I ask him, can he deliver? Probably he can. But more importantly, will he be able to live by the rules, the terms and conditions that everyone else is required to do? And if you ask yourself that question, and you know because of his or her that relative behavior they can, then you have to make a conscious and right decision and say, no, he or she cannot be. Okay? The same thing is make a determination based on tribalism. It hurts everyone when you employ a person based on anything other than their capabilities and their competence.
Yeah.
Okay, it does. And we need to get to a point where we move away from that. And coming back to implementing for example, who I said where assistant minister below technocratic professional, that is a way to stop this issue of nepotism and tribalism from pervading our system. Okay? People, before they fill a position, they have certain requirements, certain experience must be required. You even say they may have to take a test. Civil service type arrangement. And once you get in that slot, you continue to perform, you review every so often, you monitor, you do well, your job is yours. So the likelihood or the danger of you being removed because of somebody's nephew or somebody's girlfriend or whatever, or somebody from a certain tribe that's similar to mine or yours, it removes that. It removes that particular propensity. It's a difficult thing we have to deal with, okay? But at some point in time, if we want to move anywhere, and the truth of that is, as we create institutions, these kinds of things will also go away. Good, solid, effective institutions.
Yeah. Institution creation, moving like forward experiment, staying in conversation with one of the sons of Liberia, sons of the soil, self-governments, in fact. Not only one government, but governments, and of course private sectors as well, Dr. Natts Barnes. That before I let you go, what would be your message, general message to your Liberian people as we get prepared for this?
My general message is I'm hoping and praying that people begin to realize something very important. All Liberians, no matter who you are, no matter how poor you may be, no matter how illiterate you may be, no matter how marginalized you may be, never ever forget that you have power. Now, there may be an instance where your power has been taken away from you, or you may have abused your power. But in this particular instance, you have power. But with that power comes responsibility. You must exercise the power well, and then you must take the responsibility of the power. Growing Liberia, developing Liberia, building Liberia, creating a peaceful Liberia is all our responsibility. No one else. Anybody else come from the outside and say we want to help, that's fine, welcome to help. But the fundamental responsibility lies with all of us. So my message out there is, you have power, take your power, be responsible for Liberia. Thanks.
Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. As I promised you, I will keep going. Tomorrow I'll be at the National Election Commission, and just watch out for the Kpakio YouTube channel and Matt's KMX Facebook channel, as well as Radio LIB. You can log on to www.radiolib.com, and you will also hear these messages being repeated. Thank you so much, and especially for those of you that are watching from the diaspora, say I don't always smile. Let me smile now and say thank you for watching, and I catch you tomorrow at the National Election Commission. Bye bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, let me go, Can I get a copy of that? Was it recorded?
Yeah, but people are you.